Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Reynolds, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 142.
Yeah.
Joining me, as always, Daniel Never Really.
What's up, gamers? What's going on?
What's up, Daniel?
Not much. I'll give you another piece of Daniel trivia.
Oh, please. I love the one
So last week was
Who
I
else
am
are you
related
to.
Yeah, I'm related to a member of Duran Duran, one of the founding members of Duran Duran, and another cousin of mine, somebody I actually know, my cousin Michael, same last name, Michael Navaroli. He is the oldest of my generation on my dad's side. I think he's like in his 40s. He was in a minor league pitcher for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays when they were the Devil Rays. Now they're just the Tampa Bay Rays. He was working his way to get to the regular majors, but I forget what minor league he was in, but he was really good and he was working his way, and then he kind of like threw out his arm, so he had to stop. But my cousin Michael was working his way to being a major league pitcher.
That's very sad when that happens to
Yeah.
athletes, Yeah, it's just like one injury just fucked up your whole career.
Especially a pitcher, you tweak your
done.
elbow,
You're done
you tweak your
there,
shoulder.
I can't even imagine, because I have shoulder issues, and like I didn't do that much athletic shit, growing up, and I have shoulder problems. I couldn't imagine a pitcher, you're just chucking balls your whole fucking life.
90-mile-an-hour balls.
Yeah, like how does your shoulder even stay intact that long?
That's why they have rest periods, and like they'll take them out after 7 innings or 6 innings or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like they can only pitch so many balls at a time. But yeah, my cousin, he was a minor league pitcher for the Devil Rays.
All right. Well, we look forward to next week to finding out who else you're related to.
I'll figure something else out. I can think into differently.
You go into your family history, get your family tree pulled up.
I want to say somebody related to my grandma. This is like early 1900s. Had something to do with the original like Brooklyn Dodgers, like one of the original pitchers or something. I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not related to anyone noticeable, but I mean, you're just destined to be famous here, Daniel.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's true. I think it's very true. Daniel, it's
Yes.
been another busy week in the world of video games.
Yeah, a little slower until like a couple days ago.
Sure, I'm contractually obligated to say that every week.
Yeah, of course.
So lying or not, I gotta say it.
Naturally.
We're getting busy though. I mean, shit, games are coming out left and right now.
Yeah, this is when the games are coming out. Who cares what the news?
Yeah, the news can very much slow down now and just allow the games to speak for themselves.
Definitely.
First up, though, Capcom held a Resident Evil showcase last week Thursday, and we're gonna go over everything they showed. First thing though, Daniel, did you enjoy the showcase?
It was okay. A little too long. I felt honestly, I kind of like looking at even the Silent Hill showcase. The Silent Hill one had a lot more new announcements, but it was still very long. Like these showcases need to like trim it up. We don't need all the talking, really.
Yeah.
Some of it's good. I like hearing the devs, but like sometimes you need to trim
ones
some
like these,
fat.
you could just release the trailers on YouTube and like not even do a showcase. That's fine. It's
Sure.
A lot of
There wasn't a ton of new here, right?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff was just going over stuff we already knew, and then obviously getting new gameplay for the RE4 remake.
That was the biggest thing. But
Obviously,
like,
yeah.
the DLC, we kind of knew most of that. I don't really think there was a ton of new information there.
No, I mean, we'll start right here then. Resident Evil Village, the Winter's expansion, got a new trailer coming out tomorrow already, so October 28th. There's this new DLC where you play as Ethan Winters' daughter. Ethan Winters, everyone's favorite character from Resident Evil series.
I hate him.
his
I
daughter,
hate him so much.
His daughter, whose face you can actually see.
Yes.
Yeah, she has a face apparently. It wasn't
Of course.
born with that.
You see her you see her at the end of Village.
No,
see her face.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
There's like a post-credit tease there.
Mhm.
Anyways, we got a new trailer for that coming out tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, there it is. I'm
probably not
interested,
gonna
but it's a bad time. It's a bad time for it.
Bad
man.
time.
It's a
I'll
bunch of new
probably
games.
use Michael Huber from Easy Allies is probably gonna do a full playthrough. I'll just watch his full playthrough because there's probably some story bits I want to see.
Yeah, that's what
So-
I'm interested in is like the story bits, and this will be like the furthest along thing in the Resident Evil timeline by far.
There's gonna be some fishiness.
I'm sure there will, but like I don't
it's- think they're gonna stick to
She's
15
what,
years in the
16, so
future?
this is supposed to be 15 years or whatever ahead of
Yeah.
where Village left off.
there's gonna be some funny business here.
I don't know.
With time.
Chris
I
comes
don't,
out. He's
they're
an
not gonna
old man
age.
now.
Yeah, they're not gonna age up all of our famous protagonists that much. There's no way. There's gonna be some fishiness. I gotta know.
You
So I'm
want to
gonna
see Leon with like gray hair? He's still got the fucking flip
jacket.
He's coming in. Yeah, he's got the jacket on. He needs a cane now.
Can he still do the kick?
He could still do the kick. Sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about
Hold
the
himself
suplex?
up with the cane.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring in time travel to the Resident Evil series. That'd be fun.
No, I just think that there's some fishiness with the time. I'm just gonna call it
Fishiness
now.
going on there.
Yeah.
Rose aged up 15 years in the matter of 6 months.
I think that there's gonna I think it's gonna be something like that. Like that. Like I know it sounds funny, but I think that there's gonna be some like whatever
With Resident Evil, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, because there's just no way we're gonna age our protags 15 years. They're already getting older anyways.
Do you think though we're getting like RE9's gonna have the protagonist in it again? Because I mean, Chris was barely in 7 and 8, right?
We have to be getting back to them. They like Capcom has to be seeing people like Jill and Leon and Chris and Claire and Ada. Like people want these characters back. We don't need new protagonists. We have so many.
Do we not want to move on though?
No.
No.
No,
Just
of course
say
not.
they're dead. No.
No,
we're good.
Just say they're dead.
They're good.
Capcom
They died
is
of old age. Hey, they died happy. It's great. It's great.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna bring Negan into the universe, and Negan's gonna like battle in the beginning of 9.
I'd be down for that.
Crazy.
That would be crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It's again, I'm curious to see if this leads at all into hinting at the future of Resident Evil.
It has to. I think it has.
Yeah,
to,
like where are we going with RE9? Will we play as this character maybe as Rose in
Rose?
Resident Evil 9?
No, the way they're making it seem like they said it's the end of the Winter Saga with her DLC, right? I feel like we're not even going. Yeah, I feel like they're not. I thought we initially assumed when we did our little Resident Evil spoiler cast. You can go check that out with Nick. We talked about what was the future, and we kind of were saying maybe Rose is the future. We didn't really know the DLC at the time. So maybe there is just not a future with the Winters. It's just kind of, they're going to wrap it up here and then move on because we need to, because the Winters. Rose seems okay, but Ethan sucks. So
here's my hope, Daniel. Is at the end of this DLC, see a grave. It's marked Ethan Winters. And you see a hand pop out of the ground. Ethan rises, then it teases RE9, and it's in first person again.
No. I will die.
Fucking Ethan Winters, man. Best RE character, most say. Next up.
Most say.
The multiplayer shooter Resident Evil RE Verse is still coming out later this month, or came out already, October 24th. Oh no, that was an early access period, excuse me.
Yeah.
Comes out tomorrow officially, but you could be playing it right now. I don't know why you would, but you could.
I don't know. It seems like you can have some fun with some friends, maybe, but like,
I'd pop in for like a match,
Yeah.
and just like fuck around with the weird, because it did kind of seem cool with like the powers you had going on.
Yeah, you
and
have to
stuff.
like. It looked like you had to be a hero, go get things around the world, and then you could become like a villain character.
Yeah.
And then you can like transform and like kill people with that.
Do powers and shit. Like, okay, whatever. That's kind of cool.
I liked Resistance enough to play a couple matches.
Oh, I never even played that.
Yeah, it was like a 1v4, and like you played as like a person.
Oh, you know what? That came out with
stuff.
the RE3 remake. I think I did play like a match of that. Yeah.
I had decent fun with that, but I might try out.
They keep trying here with Resident Evil. Like, okay, is there any way we can make a multiplayer thing out of this? And it's like, nah, I don't
Outbreak,
think so, guys.
Like a third Outbreak game, like co-op-y.
Oh, was that the DS ones?
There might have been a DS version. I think it was PS2.
What's the DS ones I'm thinking of? There's some Resident Evil spin-off on those.
Revelations was
Revelations,
on DS,
that's
and then
it,
they put it on
yeah.
consoles.
Oh, did they put that on consoles eventually?
Yeah.
What the fuck was Outbreak?
It was like a co-op.
A co-op
Resident
thing?
Evil. Yeah.
See, that could work, but like I don't
Yeah.
know. They're trying to make like a standalone multiplayer thing in Resident Evil. I don't know how you do that. Maybe an
Yeah, it's
asymmetrical thing, like that could work maybe, but I don't
That's what
know.
they
I
did
don't
with
know if anyone
Resistance.
really wants that. Yeah.
But you're talking about maybe like actually being Wesker and fighting them,
Yeah.
or something. That
Something
seems
like
cool.
Yeah, that might work. All right, well, RE Versus.
Mhm.
We're probably not going to check it out, but someone will. Next, they announced Resident Evil Village is coming to Mac and the Nintendo Switch Cloud at some point. Resident Evil Villages, Resident Evil Biohazard, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Resident Evil 3 Remake are all coming to Mac and the Nintendo Switch Cloud.
Check
So
'em
there
out.
you go. can play them over there. Maybe don't play that Switch Cloud version, but you could.
Unless you got insane internet.
Yeah. And then last thing they showed, the big thing, we got an official gameplay trailer for the Resident Evil 4 remake, and pre-orders went live already. So there you go. Got a lengthy gameplay of this, our first reveal. Daniel, what'd you think?
Oh boy, this is a video game. This is seeing Silent Hill 2 remake, which looks great, and I do want to play that game. Like, then seeing this remake, it's like, all right, now this is a video game right here. Cheesy, campy, action. I hope that they keep as much camp as they can. I don't necessarily need this to be.
They definitely grounded. Are with like the goofy line Leon saying after.
Yes, he needs to be
everything.
Saying him. Like one of my favorites is that kind of the end of that village section. He goes, "Where's everybody going? Bingo or whatever." I love that so much.
Fucking goofy ass Leon.
So insane.
Yeah, never mind. I want to see old man Leon now.
He's with his one-liners still. Yeah, this looks really good. We got to see kind of a little bit of everyone. We got to see, is his name Luis? The guy that helps you. We saw Luis. We saw Ada. We saw Ashley. We got like a little bit of Salazar. I think we got like one shot of Salazar, right? He was like sitting on the little
That's the fucking kid, right?
Yeah, the little kid. I think we got like one shot of him.
Yeah,
I think we got like a face of whatever. What was that guy's name? Oh, the other big villain guy. There was like a profile shot of his face. He was talking.
God, it's been many years since I played Resident Evil 4. It's hard to remember these.
Can't remember his name, but the game looks great. They showed a lot of the village. The village, they definitely seemed like they're upping what you could do in the village section. One thing I don't like is the knife has durability. That's not Resident Evil 4, but it was kind of a cheese way. You can kind of like shoot people down and knife them. Yeah, save your ammo. But I guess
that's probably why they got rid of it, right?
Yeah. It kind of sucks, but hey, it's a little bit easier because you can move now, so maybe it's kind of a counterbalance there. The parrying the chainsaw for the doctor guy was insane. He's just holding his little knife.
And that was the coolest part.
Parrying it. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked great too, man. It looked better than expected to me somehow, and I already thought it was gonna be great.
Wow,
yeah, but like I don't know. I was watching that gameplay. I was like, wow, this looks absolutely fucking fantastic, and it really does, just graphically and everything else. It just reminded me how much fun Resident Evil 4 was, And like I said, I haven't played it in years, so I can't wait to go back now. After seeing that, it like really did shoot up to like one of my most anticipated for next year.
Yeah, and they're not showing that much. They're showing like the village area.
You don't need to, right? I mean, everyone knows it's Resident Evil 4. It's one of the greatest games of all time, and we're remaking it. And it's gonna be great.
Yeah. These character models are just gorgeous. It's like the RE engine's insane.
Like
really seeing like Leon and Ashley and Ada, like they look so good.
It's nice too because we hear so much about like people having problems in their own engines, right? And that's why everyone switches over to Unreal Engine. But you don't really hear that from Capcom with their RE engine. They seem to love that engine and know how to work with it really well.
Is Square using a proprietary engine for like FF7 Remake?
I'm not entirely sure about the Final Fantasy games. I think that Forspoken is using that Luminous engine still.
That's right.
Yeah,
yes.
But I'm not entirely sure about Final Fantasy. I know Kingdom Hearts is switching over to Unreal, so
I'd be curious to know.
Yeah, I would too.
Because like Final Fantasy Remake also is it's incredible. But you're right. For the most part, everyone is moving to a different engine, and RE Engine they're doing everything with RE Engine. They're doing games like Resident Evil. They're doing games like Exo Primal. They're doing games.
Devil May Cry 5, right?
Devil May Cry 5 was the RE Engine.
Is Street Fighter gonna be?
Yeah. The Street Fighter's RE Engine. It's insane. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how well they can work with that.
It's so flexible.
Definitely. All right, yeah. Resident Evil 4 remake. There it is. Can't wait. March.
My boy's looking good.
24th, I believe. Yep, March 24th.
24th. My boy's looking real
good. Not too far. He's looking
got
good.
The nice hair. His jacket still. That jacket's like legendary.
Do we think after this, do they remake Resident Evil 5? Do we go that far?
I think people are still questioning if they're going to do anything with Code Veronica, which is still kind of like a kind of forgotten child. You know?
Yeah.
I think
did that originally release before Resident Evil 4, or was that after? That was before. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was before.
Yeah.
Um,
I kind of feel like
yeah,
the time would have been before this one, but maybe they could still go back and do it again.
you would think so.
I would love
But yeah,
personally a Resident Evil 1 remake in the style of these newer, the RE2,
sure.
RE3 ones, you know, because they did that already, but it was still tank
GameCube.
controls and whatnot. Yeah.
I still think that game holds up even with those controls. I don't think it's that bad with the remake.
It's the one I could never get into.
You've played the remake version?
Yeah, the remake, the one that came out, you know, last gen, whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think that game holds up pretty well, even with the tank controls. It didn't bother me as much. Yeah, five is starting to get where like it feels fine and you don't need to remake it. I think the controls are still a little funky there.
Yeah.
There's like the quick turnarounds and kind of how you move. It's still a little awkward. Once you get to six doesn't need a remake. Unless you're just changing with
if we're gonna remake 4 or 5 and 6, let's completely redo it. Just completely.
I love 5 though.
I like 5 too. Don't get me wrong. I had a really great time in co-op with that. I have really good memories playing that with my friends. But it's a bad story. Let's be real. I mean, they're not that Resident Evil all of them have like great stories or anything, but it's just the direction that one went was pretty bad overall. Maybe keep Sheva, keep the going to Africa idea, but then do something completely different with everything else.
The worst part of the story was the Jill stuff for me. They kind of just treated Jill really badly, and Jill's like one of the greats. I really like Wesker in that game. Super over the top and insane. He becomes Neo from the Matrix. I love it. You're right. They could. He is Neo from the Matrix.
I'm just saying, keep Africa, keep Sheva, and then keep the boulder punching at the end of the game.
The boulder punching. You know, do you think that Sheva leaked out the boulder punching? Was it her? Because no one else was there. Someone had to say it to Heisenberg. You know.
And then if we're gonna redo 6, completely redo 6, I think everyone can agree 6 is pretty bad.
There's some cool things in 6. There's some characters I like in 6 that are introduced there. But overall, it's not great. I think it feels good overall to play. I don't think it's bad playing.
No, yeah. I mean, it was pretty much Resident Evil 5 again.
Yeah, even a little bit tighter controls.
More action-y for sure.
Yeah. But we'll see what they want to do. They're gonna have to think about what they're gonna do after these remakes, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, what is Resident Evil 9? You know, like what is the new era of Resident Evil?
What's the future after the Winters?
Yeah, after the legacy of the Winters. All right, well, moving on then. London Studios is working on an online co-op game. They released some, I believe this was concept art, or maybe it was an image from the game itself.
I just saw that one image, yeah.
Yeah, we're not entirely sure what this image was, but it says to be their most ambitious game by the studio to date, built for the PS5 and using the Soho engine. So there you go. It's the images of a dragon fighting something in London.
Yeah.
It's got some cool colors to it.
Very colorful.
Yeah, very colorful. I don't know. This is interesting. I don't think I've ever played a game from this studio.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, and I know they're traditionally doing VR stuff, or at least they have been last gen mostly.
It's funny you brought that up, because that is the question I had. Was I just assumed, because of PlayStation's big push to VR2, PSVR2, that, you know, London's got to be one of their main teams working on VR stuff, and maybe they still are. Maybe they're kind of splitting the team a little bit there, because Sony has been doing that. They've been splitting all their teams, doing multiple projects. I thought that this would just be a VR team, and they're not. They're, at least from what we know, they're working on probably a games as a service game. Is this one of them?
This will certainly be a live service game.
Was this one of the
co-op
10 or 8 or
multiplayer game? Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Yeah.
If not, then where the fuck are these games? I mean, you say a game's online nowadays, I'm assuming it's a live service game. You know what I mean?
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
So it's, you know, more than likely this will be one of the live service games, and you know, I guess we just gotta see gameplay. Who knows what this even fucking is right now? You know?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna be seeing a lot of PlayStation reveal things like this. Not necessarily in this way, but a lot online. It's gonna be, I would say, within the next year, we're going to have to start seeing these games as a service online games that they're working on.
Oh, certainly whatever their next big showcase, whenever that is, will be like the most hated showcase ever, because it's just going to be online live service. You might get like one or two
Spider-Man
single player things. Yeah, something like that. But I think people are gonna be if you're not in the know and like already know Sony is going into this direction, you're gonna be shocked when you see their next showcase because it's gonna be completely shifted from what they usually do.
Yeah, it seems like I mean, even like Naughty Dog's working on one, right? Like that's crazy. But like, I think they're gonna try to supplement it with a little bit more third-party stuff for Spoken and Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, stuff like that. The one from Team Ninja, the Last of the Ronin or whatever. They're gonna start doing that kind of stuff. Start partnering, which I hate the partner third-party exclusives. It's stupid, but that's what they're going to start doing because they're really wanting to bring in more money, and that's just how you do it with games as a service.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, yeah, like I said, I just need to see more of this game before I even know if I'm interested in playing this and what type of game it is and whatnot. So we will bring you that news whenever we get it. Next up, then, one of CD Projekt Red's upcoming Witcher games has now fully been revealed to be a remake of the first game in the Witcher series. The remake will be developed by Fool's Theory and overseen by CD Projekt. We also know the game will be in Unreal Engine 5 and use the same toolset as the upcoming Witcher trilogy.
That's actually really good news there.
Yeah. So this was one of the, a couple weeks ago, CD Projekt Red came out. They announced a bunch of projects, new Witcher trilogy, 2 spin-off Witcher games, and then obviously the Cyberpunk stuff. And then we didn't know what the 2 spin-off Witcher games were, but we found out one of them is this.
Which is good, because this game, I know, is pretty hard to access. And even the one on PC, I know, is a little funky. It doesn't work as probably as it should. So I think they're just going all in. We're getting a Season 3 of Witcher coming out next year. I think it's in the summer. And they see all this cross-media, transmedia stuff, and it works for them. And trying to give people more access to the first Witcher game. Maybe they'll even touch up 2 at some point. I mean, 2's still pretty playable. It's backwards compatible on Xbox. I don't think that there was a PlayStation version of that game. So people are going to want to buy this game. So I think it's very smart.
Yeah,
this is a game that needs remaking.
Definitely. I mean, I've never even found a way to play this, you know what I mean? I guess it's on PC, but I've never even touched this game, so I'm definitely interested in it. I haven't heard very good things about this game over the years. I always hear that this is like the lowest tier Witcher game, which I mean makes sense, but I'd definitely be interested in a remake.
I think that there is a very it's like a cult hit. There is like some really cool things that it does narratively, and I think with the systems in the game that I think people really like. So hopefully they kind of keep that kind of stuff. I know the perspective's a little off. I think 2 and 3 are a little bit more similar, so maybe they'll try to keep it more in line with like a third-person action game, and then keep everything else.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it is more of a linear thing. If they go and try to make this one now like fully open world, like more Witcher 3
I think this
style.
one is open.
Is it open completely?
I don't think it's pure linear.
I know, maybe not linear, but I know Witcher 2, like the little I played
2,
of that is much more linear than Witcher 3, so I'm wondering if it's more along those lines, and if they try to make this more open now in the remake. I'm not entirely sure.
Good question.
But, if they're using the tool set from this new Witcher trilogy, then I assume it's going to be along the lines of whatever this new Witcher trilogy looks like.
For sure.
Yeah, Witcher Remake, man. Came out in 2007, which is
a long time ago.
It's such a great year too. You look back at 2007. 2007 was the fucking year, man.
Yeah, it was.
And Mass Effect,
Halo
Bioshock,
3,
Halo 3. Fantastic year.
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare. Oh yeah, damn. 2007, man. That's like a very important year.
Yeah, it was.
Especially for all the series going on.
That was when that generation was starting to pop. 2007.
Mm-hmm.
It was already out for I think 360 was a couple years old at that point. I think PlayStation 3 was 1 year old at that point. And it was just everyone's firing all cylinders in 2007.
Yeah, man. All right, well, yeah, looking forward to it. See what that looks like in a few years. I would have preferred if The Witcher Remake came out before this new trilogy. Maybe it still will, but
I think it will.
I don't know. Just reading that thing that they're using the tool set from the new one, from the new Witcher trilogy, it kind of makes it sound like they would need to complete one of those first and then be able to use that tool set on that game.
Possible.
Yeah, but so I would have kind of preferred this Witcher, the new remake, just kind of kicking it all off. But nonetheless, it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, it is entirely possible Witcher 4 comes out first.
Yeah. Gonna be getting a lot of Witcher over the next few years, so
Yes, we are.
looking forward to it. All right, cool. Next up, then, Rocksteady's co-founders Stefan Hill and Jamie Walker are leaving the studio. Rocksteady was founded in 2004. The next game, Suicide Squad, is due out sometime next spring. Daniel, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, you know?
That's a great question that we just don't have the answer to. It's a little odd. I know this game has been
Just
delayed
odd
a few
they didn't
times.
want to see Suicide Squad through, you know?
Yeah, I think they're seeing this year through. I think is what I saw.
Okay.
That they were leaving at the end of the year, which is not that far away.
They're
but-
probably not needed as much at this point. Like, I gotta
Right.
assume Suicide Squad is just in the phase where they're just fixing bugs and stuff. But it just odd they didn't want to see that whole game through, go through the launch with the studio and everything, and then dip out.
Yeah, it is odd, and I don't know if we should be worried for the game or if this is maybe a new future for the studio. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, this is a tough studio to get a grasp on, right? It's been a long time since they even put out a game, you know? 2015 was Arkham Knight,
Yeah.
right? So, been some years already. Been 7 years. Going to be 8 years by the time Suicide Squad even comes out from between releases. So, yeah, I don't know. It's, again, tough to tell if this is a good thing for the studio or not, but I guess only time will tell.
Yeah. It's crazy. Hopefully that game's good. I want it to be good. I like Rocksteady a lot.
I do too, especially with the disappointment around Gotham Knights. Obviously, I don't know if you're playing it, but I haven't even checked it out yet. I'm gonna. Oh, okay, maybe you are. Daniel, a little hint to come later. Daniel might talk about Gotham Knights a little bit, but obviously, I mean, I think the consensus around that game has been very disappointing without playing it. So all lays on Suicide Squad coming out and being good.
Right. Yeah. I everything we've seen of the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League looks great. The game looks fun. Visually looks good. So we haven't seen any reason to be worried. You know.
No, and I think Rocksteady. I mean, they should be a competent studio to make this game. I still haven't. Have we seen like a full just here's gameplay of that game? Because I remember that trailer with like snippets, yeah, but it was like really badly cut in the way like you couldn't really tell what the game was when you're actually playing.
You just want pure.
Yeah, I just want.
Like,
hey, here's
Harley
15 minutes of me playing a game. You know, that's
Yeah.
what I want, and then I can really tell how good this game's gonna end up being, or if I'm interested in it or not. I think the story sounds awesome still. Going around killing the Justice League, like that sounds really fun.
What I don't want, we'll see. We have no idea. I do not want the armor upgrades, the games as a service things that are infused that Gotham Knights has. Not that like it can't be done well or anything like that. I just don't. It's not what I want. I want. Give me just maybe a skill tree for each of the characters, kind of Borderlands like. Just give me a skill tree. Do stuff like that, and then that's it. Make this game like Borderlands. Drop in, drop out co-op. It works seamlessly.
Is this game co-op? Do we know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if it's full 4. It looks like it's full 4, which is great. But give me drop in, drop out. I could just be Harley and just run around, beating people up. And then if you want to hop in, you can hop in, do a mission, leave. Doesn't matter. And just give me a skill tree. I don't want the games as a service, like give me all this different upgrade material and armor. I'll rant about that later.
Okay. We look forward to that rant. But yeah, Suicide Squad should be getting a release date here any day now. Maybe Game Awards be a good
I'm
place
thinking
for
like
that.
April.
April sounds like a good time for that. Don't do May. Please don't do May.
Don't do May.
Don't do May.
You won't survive May.
Don't do May. Please don't do the same day as Breath of the Wild. There you go.
You
motherfucker.
You're committing a Sipico doing that.
That would be suicide.
That would literally be suicide.
All right. Well, looking forward to all that. Next up, then, the video game MPD numbers for September 2022 have been released.
I've been waiting for
We're
September.
gonna go over all of them. Where's the list? Okay, starting with number 20, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Which is odd. That must have had a sale or something. Yeah. Well, it was number 39 the month before, so it's pretty high for a
do you think it's because of the movie, the Dragon Ball?
Oh
movie
yeah. There was that Piccolo movie that came out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be it. 19, MLB The Show 22. 18, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 17, Call of Duty Vanguard. 16, Horizon 2 Forbidden West. Love how they put the 2. This is the only people that put
in
the
the
2.
logo. Thank you.
The only people that acknowledge the 2.
is me and Matt Piscatello. Thank you, Matt Piscatello.
Who
There
wrote
is a
this?
2. Is it not him? Does he not write it himself?
Rachel Kasser.
Oh, Kaiser. It's Kaiser.
Kaiser.
She works at GamesBeat.
Oh, okay.
She's friends with Jeff Grubb. Me and Rachel are the only ones that use the 2. Thank you, Rachel.
Knowledge. I think when Jeff Grubb was writing these, he would put the 2 as well. So there you go.
Okay.
You
I'm
guys
in the Jeff
acknowledge
Grubb
the
camp.
2.
There is a 2.
No one else acknowledges the 2.
Don't put it in the logo if there's no 2. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
I think when we like first saw a trailer for that game, we were like, "There's a 2 there. No one's calling it 2."
There is a 2 that we said that. I know because it was in the logo.
Number 15, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Oh, can I say real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's a pretty low drop. I know the game's still in the top 20, and that's still really good.
Sure.
I thought that game would be pretty high for most of the year. I know it's been a while now. It came out early in the year, like 8 months ago. But still, it's a pretty big drop.
Number 12 the month before, so dropped 4 spots.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually shocked with how well Horizon Forbidden West is selling.
Yeah, it still feels like
because it is number. I mean, we can go over it in a little bit if you want, but it is number 4 for the year still.
Okay, well maybe I'm.
Or dropped to 5 now. Excuse me. But I'm actually shocked it's that. Like I did not think it would last in the top 10 throughout the year, and it's looking like it's gonna at this point.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. It seems like it's dropped a lot, but maybe it's just sold well.
Yeah, I mean, it's sold consistently throughout the year. Obviously, they've been bundling it with the PS5s. I think that's helping more than anything. Yeah, I think that's really pushing it. But nonetheless, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, we're getting the thing that worries me about how well this is actually selling is Sony's about to run this franchise into the fucking ground with Horizon.
When the show comes out.
Yeah, the remake, the show, the VR thing. I'm actually excited for the VR thing, but like that would be like
too much.
I would like if it was just the VR thing in between this and Horizon 3, right? Like I would like if it was just that, you know, but it's and the multiplayer thing, right? So it's like we're going to get so much Horizon over the rumored multiplayer thing. We're going to get so much Horizon over the next couple of years. Even I think it is going to be too much. They're going to run it into the ground. By the time 3 comes out, I don't even think people are going to be like, "Oh, this again," you know?
Yeah, it might be too much. You're right.
Yeah. It just worries me a little bit.
I'm with you.
Next up, 15, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It's interesting. So outselling Vanguard, yeah.
Games came out in 2020.
Yeah, crazy. It was number 24 the month before, so it's selling well
probably
for
a sale.
some reason. Yeah, maybe so. Where are we then? 14, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. 13, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Still
that's
most
is that
shocked.
Number 2?
Yeah, it is number 2 for the year still.
That's awesome.
I'm still shocked that game sold that much. I did not realize.
Lego sells well, and then it's Star Wars, dude. Come on, baby. It's Star
I just
Wars.
did not realize that many people would buy these Lego games. You know, I guess kids and stuff, but I mean, I gotta feel like that's gonna go even higher over the holiday season.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, what they're gonna do is they're gonna drop that price, maybe add some more skins, and boom, here you go.
Still my most disappointing of the year, if I'm being honest. I just did not like it. I just did not like it, man. I wanted to love it. I just
had a dumb fun time seeing goofy Legos and the dumb jokes and stuff. I had a fun time.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for much.
Number 12, Marvel Spider-Man. There you go. There's the PC sales. Yeah, dropped from number 3 last month. Still kicking, hanging in there. Number 11, Minecraft, of course.
Nice.
10, Mario Kart 8.
Stop it. Stop it.
Can't stop. Won't ever stop until there's a new Mario Kart. Number 9, Elden Ring.
Number 9.
Get bumped down a little
10,
bit.
Baby.
Probably the first time it was out of top 5 all year.
Probably. Yeah, I'm still top 10, baby. Let's go.
Still top 10. I'm so curious if COD can surpass it in the short amount of time it has.
Pretty strong right now.
The COD's going to sell strong. I mean, COD will certainly be number 2. I'm just curious, can it surpass Elden Ring?
Yeah.
That's going to be very hard because it's got to be close to 20 million at this point.
I mean, Call of Duty has done it before, and this is gearing up to be a very long, very big release, especially with them trying to maybe keep this game for 2 years. So, like, they're gonna really push this game. I don't know. Modern Warfare reboot was really big, so we'll see.
We will see. Yeah, we'll find out in January if it can overtake Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle.
Shout out.
Who's buying that?
To this
remastered
version or whatever.
Yeah. Number 8, outsold Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Put that on the box. Outsold Elden Ring.
We outsold them in September. We did it.
Number 7, this one's surprising me. You like this, Saints Row.
It's not that bad.
You know,
It's
we'll go over what the top 20 for the year just because we have time. But Saints Row is very high in that top 20, or at least higher than I was expecting.
It will
Man,
be.
Saints Row, I think I underestimated it. I knew it was popular back in the day.
I think most people did, though.
Yeah,
I think most people
yeah, most people definitely did. But like, I remember back in the day it being very popular, right? Like in high school and stuff, everyone was talking about
it was
Saints
the peak
Row
of 3.
when new one was
3
coming
into
out.
4.
Yeah, I just did not think that would
Yeah.
carry over into 2022, but it definitely has.
Like I said, I did a 60-second review. I gave it a. I'll just spoil a little bit there. You can go check out that on the channel. I gave it a 6.5. I mean, for me, my scale is I think a little different. Like a 6.5 is a good game. I think you'll have a good time with it. If you're just looking for an open world game to run around, just have fun. Don't take it too seriously. I think this is a decent pickup. Pick it up on a sale during Black Friday or something like that. Cyber Monday.
Yeah, definitely. Number 6, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection. There you go.
Buddy.
Hell yeah, man.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome. That's great to
TMNT.
see.
Give me an open world TMNT game. Come on.
Oh, that'd be very cool. But yeah, nice to see this collection getting some love all the way up at number 6. That's awesome.
Really good. I bought it. It's great.
Number 5, The Last of Us Part 1. Sony's
Okay.
remake thing. I'd like to hear exact numbers, like how much that sold. Who knows if how good this actually is. But,
If it keeps going too.
Yeah, see if it keeps going.
Feels
how
like
long
it's
this
dropped,
lasts.
but I don't know.
I'll also be very curious when the show comes out if we see this bounce
Spike
back
again.
up. Yeah. Like it'd be crazy to see this jump into like the top 5 again when the show actually comes out or something like that. Especially if they release it on PC around that time.
That's probably what they'll do.
Yeah, that'd be a smart idea. Yeah. Number 4, I thought this one would be way higher. Splatoon 3.
Well, I agree. A lot of the swell of it selling well was it selling well in Japan.
Yeah.
It was exploding in Japan. That doesn't necessarily. Japan is a much smaller market than like the West or in the United States. So.
But what was
it
it,
is
like
selling
3
well.
million in Japan? I just thought that would translate more.
It was 3 million in the
into
weekend,
America,
I think.
in the weekend in Japan. That's crazy. I thought
Or
that
in
would
the first
translate
week
more
or so.
to America.
I mean, it doesn't always. This series seems to be a little bit bigger in Japan. I'd like to see the difference of how well in Japan versus the West. Yeah, and like where it is right now. But
Yeah, because it did not crack the top 20 of the year.
not yet.
Not yet, yeah. And I thought it would. I thought with those Japan numbers, I thought, man, that's going to be way up there. I thought it would end up being in like top 10 of this year. Maybe it still could, but
Yeah, maybe it
we'll
could.
see.
We'll see. Maybe you're also around Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It might pop again.
bounce up.
Bring the price. They don't bring the price down. Never mind. Stupid Nintendo.
And then your top 3, all sports games. Number 3, NBA 2K23. Number 2, Madden NFL 23. And your new number 1, FIFA 23.
End my life.
Interesting note here, though. NBA 2K23 also did not crack the top 20, but FIFA is all the way up at 11. Which is interesting.
So maybe it's already dipping.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I thought for sure NBA would be up here already, but it didn't even crack the list. We can go over the top 20 right now if you want.
Do you think?
For the year.
Do you think it also could be? Yeah, I'd like to do that. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think it could be they're not reporting it yet, as well?
No, because they're on the MPD list right now for the month. It
Yeah.
would then translate to the year.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe they're just
Because
not reporting
FIFA,
it.
I mean, not the same company, but FIFA is number 11 for the 20. We'll go over the top 20 right now for the year.
Maybe there's some with Take Two. I don't know. Maybe it's just Take Two weirdness.
Yeah, could be. But anyways, number 20 for the year, Monster Hunter Rise. Did that come out this year?
No.
No, that was the year before. Didn't that
There
come
was
out
DLC
in
this year.
January?
Sunbreak
There
was this year.
this year. Okay, gotcha. Number
Yeah.
19, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Still kicking.
Nice.
18,
Good for
Marvel
them.
Spider-Man Miles Morales, which should get
Okay.
even more here with that PC release.
Which is soon, right?
Yeah, very soon. I think early next month, like the 5th or something.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure. Number 17, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. 16, FIFA 22. 15, here you go, Saints Row is now 15 for the year already.
Yeah, that game.
I think Embracer said they were disappointed or something with the sales like a month ago. I don't
did.
see why. They definitely shouldn't be.
No, because they wanted it to be huge.
It is though. Like I don't know.
It is
I'm
big.
just
It is big. They wanted
that's
it to be
fucking
bigger.
huge, man. Yeah, I guess
They
they
wanted
did,
it to be bigger.
but
Yeah.
I think they should be very happy with that.
I think that they it's not that they weren't. like happy that it was selling what it is. I think it was a mix of like critical reception.
Sure,
and
it's
they
just
wanted-
like
they
you heard
also
a lot
wanted
of
to be
talk
bigger.
when the game was coming out that like they should move on from this series and stuff like that. Now, after
No, they
seeing these
shouldn't.
numbers, I don't think they should at all. Like, think that
It's just
they should just
again,
keep chugging along there.
We talk about this all the time, Connor. That is literally just jaded critics all the time.
Sure.
That's just what it is. You just they. I don't know. I don't want to like go on a diatribe about that, but
Number 14, Madden NFL 22. There's another Madden game on here, so we'll get to that. 13, Nintendo Switch Sports. Might crack the top 10 of the year, so.
I thought it would. Didn't I say that? Didn't I predict that would?
I think
be
you
in the top
did,
10?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting up there. Maybe not, though, because the big hitters
Maybe
are
with like
starting to come out.
golf, right? Maybe
Yeah,
golf comes out. people
Didn't
might buy it.
that didn't happen already?
I don't think so.
No.
I know that
Okay.
there was like another one they were adding towards the end of the year.
Number 11, FIFA 23. There you go. That cracked into number 11 already within a month. Number 10, Mario Kart 8. Number 9, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Kirby hanging in there.
Let's go, Kirby.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
Hanging
go.
in there.
Look
You
at that
just
little
keep-
pink
You just
boy.
keep sucking on there, all right, Kirby?
Yeah, keep sucking.
Number 8, Gran Turismo 7. Number 7, Call of Duty Vanguard. Number 6, MLB The Show 22. Number 5, Horizon 2 Forbidden West. Number 4, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Still hanging in there. There's
Nice.
going to be 2 Pokemon games in the top 10 this year. It's
Yeah, there
crazy.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Number 3, Madden NFL 23. And then number 2, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. And then number 1, the fucking king, Elden Ring.
Yes, it is the Elden Lord himself. Elden Ring.
Very much looking forward to seeing the end of year results of the entire year.
Yeah,
So
me
what do we
too.
got left for big hitters? I gotta think Call of
we
Duty,
can name them.
God of War,
Bayonetta,
and
I'm just
Pokemon.
gonna go. Bayonetta is barely. It's gonna sell like a couple mil.
No
maybe.
way. Yeah, that
Call of
that won't
Duty.
touch this top 20.
We'll get there.
Call of Duty will
the-
either end up being 1 or 2 for the year.
Yeah, the sneaky one. I'd watch out for Sonic. I think people underestimate the power.
I could
of
see
how
it
well
maybe
Sonic-
cracking the top 20. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could push, make a big push. Then you have Pokemon, obviously. Then you have
Pokemon will probably be in top 5, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think Callisto's going to be tough because it is a new IP.
No way.
It's also horror and it's coming out really late.
Yeah.
So I think there's a few things that are hurting it, but
I
like
don't
it
think
could
there's
crack.
a chance for that game to crack the top 20.
It could crack top 20, but it'd have to really hit hard.
It's too niche of an audience.
It is. Horror is very niche, and also it's really it's way too late. And
Yeah.
also, we'll talk. We could talk. I could throw it in here now because I didn't put the story here. It is not coming out in Japan.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
I think the story was this morning. I think I saw it where it just the censorship stuff in Japan. They couldn't release it there. It's too gory, too bloody.
Get tough, Japan.
Japan's rough with it, which is funny because you get insane things like Resident Evil, right? Like it's really bloody and horror.
You know how many
but,
anime
like-
titties we get out of Japan? Come on now. You could throw some blood in there.
Sexual stuff.
They're
Japan's
fine
got
with.
it.
Yeah, they're fine with all that.
It's
you
the
know?
gore. They can't take the gore.
I played a lot of Persona 5, okay? You guys do some weird shit there, all right? Think you can handle a little blood and gore, all right?
Give me both. I don't. Who cares? Let people make what they want, as long as it's not bad.
And then God of War, where do we think that lands?
That's a good question.
I gotta imagine top 10. I wonder if it'll outsell Horizon, where Horizon is right now.
That is the line
Yeah.
for me, because Horizon's not staying at 5. Pokemon's probably gonna.
No, I mean Horizon. I think you could pretty much take everything below number 3 right now and down
Drop
it
'em.
at least 3 spots. I think.
Yeah, I mean you got FIFA's gonna bounce up there. 2K potentially maybe
2K
not, who
will
knows.
crack the top 20 at some point. For sure.
And then Madden, is there. Pokemon's gonna be up there. I'm gonna say if you want me to throw you a spot, Horizon's gonna land at 9 and God of War's gonna be at 7.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, I could see
Somewhere around
Horizon
there.
even getting kicked out of the top 10, honestly.
Yeah,
But
it's just
maybe
gonna-
it has held at 5, and we are at the end of October right now. I don't know. That's
I
a tough
know.
one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it'll stay, but
Yeah, I think. But like everything below this, I think MLB, Call of Duty Vanguard, Gran Turismo 7, Kirby. That's all gonna get kicked out of the top 10.
rip to my pink boy. He's not gonna be in the top 10.
No, I'll still be on the list. They got a top 20 here.
He'll be in the
so-
list. No,
Yeah.
he won't be top 10 though. He won't
Yeah,
be top 10.
no top 10. Sorry, Kirby. Maybe next time.
Rip.
Rip. All right, cool. Those are the MPD numbers for the month. Getting good now.
Yeah, a lot of games.
And then your last news story for the week. Somerville has officially gotten a release date. November 15th. It's coming from former Playdead devs. Looks very Limbo Inside type of game. Come to Game Pass day one, November 15th. Daniel, how we feeling?
I'm excited. I've been waiting for the game. They showed it at the Xbox conference. I think they showed it the past two, right? Xbox.
Was it at the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was at the 2021 for sure.
Yeah,
So
I don't
think
remember
it was
it from the last one, but who knows?
I'm pretty sure it was at this year's as well.
I mean, this game's been in development for a while. Like, I remember
Yeah.
hearing about this years ago. So
looks really good. I'm very excited. Come out the same day as Pentiment.
Oof, killing me. You're killing me.
Sucks.
For the love of God, let it just be like 2 hours long, you know? Like,
that is a big question. Like, is it still going to be a cinematic smaller experience? Like, that's what I would want, a very Playdead experience.
I mean, it looks very much in the style of the traditional Playdead games. So
Yes.
I got
For me, it looks like they're shoving like the vibe of Kentucky Route Zero and Playdead, and just kind of like doing their own thing.
Having a weird sex child. Yeah, no, this game looks awesome, man. I think I love Inside and Limbo. Those are two of my favorite games, so I just can't wait to see more from these former devs. I wish Playdead themselves would announce their next game already, but this will have to hold me over until then.
Yeah. Yeah, theirs is like a sci-fi thing. Well, where is that game?
I don't know. We get one image a year, and that's it.
One image
That's what you get.
Inside came out in 2016.
It's so long. It's so long.
So
It's just
long
these smaller
ago.
dev teams, man. Like, how many people are at work at Playdead? Probably like 20, something
Probably
like that.
20. Yeah, maybe less.
So it just
Who knows?
takes so long, but I can't wait for them to actually announce
Take their
it and do
time. I
something.
mean, they're making a 10 out of 10, so take their time.
Yeah, I wonder how many of their people left and went to this game, and went to. Is it just like
Good
one
question.
guy, or did 10 people get up and leave and
It
go?
was
make
one
this?
of the higher ups.
Yeah.
It founded this, but I don't know how many of like the actual dev team left.
Maybe
I know
he,
it was
he
one
was
of the
getting
higher
sick of how slow they work too. He was like, guys, we can click more than one button a day,
Oh no! One click every
One
hour.
click. It's like Jonathan Blow, man. Just taking forever over there.
Jeez, yeah, him too.
All right, there you go, Somerville. Looking forward to it. Great day for Game Pass.
Yeah.
That Pentiment, that's gonna be fucking awesome. I gotta imagine these are gonna be too. Maybe not Somerville, because Somerville's kind of hard, but I gotta imagine Pentiment's gonna be very highly reviewed, critic-wise.
I think both of them will be.
Yeah,
pretty
I
high.
think Somerville probably will too. We just seen less of it, so who knows.
Probably
But,
like an 80. I'm gonna guess like an 83, and then I think Pentiment's gonna come out of nowhere.
I
with,
think
like,
Pentiment's gonna be huge, bro. I could see that
Yeah.
being like high 80s, low 90s, honestly.
Yeah, like yeah, I think that this game's gonna come out of nowhere, and people.
I
are
think
like, what is
the
this
people
game
that
again?
are gonna be into Pentiment are gonna be really fucking into Pentiment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. I'm very excited for that game.
Me too. Gotta get through God of War 6 days before that. It's like, oof, killing me. Tis the season, though. Daniel, we'll now move on to what we've been playing. What you been playing?
So I'll just talk about it because we hinted at it. I have been playing Gotham Knights co-op with Sloan. Don't clap.
No class.
No, it's not. It's not like that. I'm just more.
Does
a
it
little
really look
unmotivated.
worse than Arkham Knight? Because I just can't. I can't fathom that in my head.
Overall, I would say I like the visual vibe of Arkham Knight more. I like the weather effects, and I like Arkham Knight, kind of the vibe of that Arkham trilogy. The lighting is very good in Gotham Knights. It looks very pretty. I think some of the character models can look a little off. It is two different studios, I'm not sure what engine they're using for the game, but I think overall it looks pretty good. The city looks nice. Definitely had some weird funkiness with, I don't know if it's their servers. I'm not sure. We've dropped a couple times. Like Sloan has just dropped out of the match, and we've had to just go back in. The game is fun. It's not the combat. I don't like the combat nearly as much as the Arkham games.
What's different about it?
Here's one big difference that just sounds minor, but I don't like it. Number one, there are two. I guess two in the same thing. Number one, heavy attack is not on Y. It's not like X is punch, heavy attack.
Okay.
Right? Or no, that's not how it was. I'm sorry. Y was
Wasn't
the counter.
B always like the heavy attack?
It was a heavy attack,
B,
but
you would
it's
do
all
like that cape throw thing.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is now. It's like tap X for an attack, hold X for a heavy attack. It just doesn't feel good. I want a different button for like a heavy attack.
Okay.
I don't like tapping and holding. It just doesn't feel good. And then there's no counter button. You can't just like wait for someone to hit and counter.
Really?
It's all around a dodge, and it just doesn't feel good to only dodge.
Yeah, that sounds very odd.
I don't like.
So like even when you're playing as like Batgirl, I would assume Batgirl is just the same thing as Batman in.
I was either gonna
Arkham
do
games.
Batgirl or Nightwing, and I wanted a more Batman experience, so I just chose Batgirl.
Sure.
Sloane's doing Red Hood. Yeah, even with that, like there are no just pure gadgets in the game. Like you don't have like a wheel of gadgets. Everyone has a now the Y is instead of counter, it's like ranged attack. So for her, she throws a batarang out, or if I hold Y, I can like charge and like throw a couple of them out. And then you have this on your RB. It's like a wheel of like abilities on the bottom, and you can like RB hit X and do an attack, or it's like called a momentum attack. You have to like build your momentum bar. My Y is really good. My RB and Y, she like jumps in the air, throws a bunch of batarangs down, hits a bunch of people.
Badass.
Kind of feels like a Destiny type super attack. Basically, you're just kind of charging it up.
Those, a charge up thing, yeah.
But you have like multiple bars. I think you have like basically 2 bars. Some take 1 bar of momentum, and some take 2. But it's fun. It's better co-op, I think, just to run around beating.
Yeah, I was gonna
people
ask.
up.
You're playing the whole thing co-op?
Yeah, the whole thing.
You'll probably have more fun doing it like that. And just
me and him will just
goofing
have
around
fun
with
time.
Stallone, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just beating people up. One big complaint I've had is the controls feel a little off. It doesn't feel as tight as I want it to. Even just moving, jumping off ledges, everything feels a little looser than I would want. The stealth feels weird. Like Batman, if you're on a ledge, he could drop down, stealth pick someone up, and just get a quick stealth kill. You can't do that. Like with I'm playing Barbara. Barbara can't do that. She'll just jump down and stealth kill.
So
you have to, like,
I've heard a lot about like you need to upgrade everything to get just like
Yeah.
basic things.
Uh-huh.
Can you get that eventually?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
I hope you like in the stealth as well. You have to do it. You have to be on top of somebody to do that.
Yeah.
Like if you remember in the Arkham games, you could like glide over, knock someone out, then you can hop back up. You cannot do any of that.
Really?
So it makes stealth way worse.
It's so weird that like it sounds like if you can upgrade and get those things eventually, it sounds so weird that they would strip things away and then just give you all the basic things through upgrades.
That's how it feels. Here's one you're gonna hate. You ready?
Yeah.
You know that big traversal ability that they showed off like a while ago? Like everyone has like a different way to maneuver around the map.
Where you're like gliding around the map. And stuff.
Barbara's is to glide.
Yeah.
Red Hood's is he gets like a jump and he's jumping on like ghostly platforms or whatever. You do not get that off the start. You actually have to do an entire thing of missions to like actually unlock that ability to do that.
This just sounds like, hey, you gotta play to have fun, you know, and then you'll have fun in like maybe 10 hours or so, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do get your grapple hook, so that is one way to initially maneuver around, and it goes
at least
far.
something.
It's at least something, but after that, it's like that's all you can do. I can't glide until I get that stupid.
Like,
ability.
why would you want to run around on the streets in a Batman game? You know.
You don't.
You don't.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
What else? The opening, very strong, very good. I like.
Yeah. How's the story going thus far?
I like the story. I'm playing with Sloan, so it's never I can just keep doing main missions. He wants to go do whatever.
Sure.
Wants to go get this thing to get another ability.
Sloan wants to go
right now.
open
Sloan,
some
he's not
boxes.
listening. He's not home right now. I don't care about any. I just want to do the story missions and beat this game so we can go.
He's gonna
play.
be so hurt if he listens to this.
No, he won't. I just want to go beat this game so we could go play Sparks of Hope. I have the thing there and I haven't played it yet.
You haven't touched Sparks of Hope yet.
Because we're playing this stupid
Really?
game.
Why didn't you guys just put that down and go pick up Sparks of Hope?
Because I told him like maybe we'd want to play this game co-op, and then like I still bought Sparks of Hope, and like I just want to beat this story because I am interested in the story. I like the Court of Owls, so
you gotta explain to Stallone. Like Stallone, I gotta get through 6 games before God of War,
He
and
knows.
then I gotta get through that. Like, come on, bud.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I think of the game so far.
Cool.
I don't like the armor system, the upgrade system. It's just
very Destiny.
very Destiny. It's very materials you have to get to make armor pieces, and
That's
like
annoying.
I don't want.
I don't
any
even
of
want
this.
that in like a Batman game. I don't even want armor. Like,
Because on top of that, you have the skill tree. It's like
Yeah.
I'm cool with just a skill tree and costumes. That's all I want.
yeah, man, it's such a weird direction they went in this game.
It is. It
really
is. It doesn't make any sense.
It just sounds so odd to me. I want to play it at some point. Like, I'm gonna check it out at some point. It's at some point they'll put it on Game Pass or it'll be on sale or something, and I'll check it out. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to me that they dropped the ball here.
Yeah, I'm here for mostly for the story. I think the voice acting overall is fine. It's not like the Arkham games were awesome for voice acting. They had so many good voice actors in it. Like the voice acting, I think is fine. It's not like
Not great.
They should have gotten I think higher level talent. I think.
It's funny because I wondered why this wasn't in the Arkham universe for so long, and now I'm wondering if Rocksteady saw this game and was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, but they don't even
Maybe
show
they're probably not
Origins.
the ones that even get to make that decision, but
No, but
Yeah.
they don't even take Origins as a Arkham game, right?
yeah,
Like,
that's a good point.
It's not a part of their trilogy.
It's
so.
crazy too because Origins was great, man.
I know,
Origins
I know,
was fucking
I know.
awesome.
And there is things here that I like. Like I don't
Sure.
think that this is like WB Montreal is a bad team. I hope that this doesn't hurt them in any way. Like I would like to see them do something else. Like
Depends
I would
on
say,
sales, really, right?
I think this game is going to sell very well. I think we're already seeing that it sold pretty well in the UK.
Yeah, this is one we didn't bring up in those MPD numbers.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be for this month, and I think that it's going to sell really well. Yeah, I hope that WB Montreal can do whatever they want to do now. That's what I would hope. Not
Move
that they're
on, do something
still
else.
just doing.
Maybe get a different
Batman universe.
superhero type game out of the DC
Yeah.
universe, you know, or like
Where's the
move on.
Damian Wayne game?
Yeah, or one of their other properties. Maybe they could make a Lord of the Rings game or something, since the
Sure.
Mordor guys are moving on. Something like that would be cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Embracer now. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know. Did they get the rights to the games too? I'm still very
I think they
confused
have-
how that whole
I think
thing
they own.
worked.
I think they own everything.
They own all Lord of the Rings.
I think they do.
All right. Well, cool. What else are you playing then?
I think it's the same thing you're playing. I'm not playing anything else.
We
other than that.
moved
Do you
on
have
to
anything
Plague Tale?
else?
No, I have
Yeah.
nothing else. Just
Okay.
Plague Tale.
Okay.
Plague Tale all day.
Plague Tale.
Okay,
Not
cool.
as
We'll
much.
just talk
I
about
haven't played
Plague
as
Tale
much as I
then.
wanted to play still.
What chapter are
Like
you on?
last night. I'm on chapter 9.
Cool. I just hit 11.
Okay. Okay. So
Not
we're
too far apart.
pretty close. Yeah, we're pretty close. I wanted to play a little bit more. Like last night was just a big bunch of us playing Gotham Knights. But yeah, I'm on chapter 9. This game is just beautiful. I don't like it. I didn't even talk about
it's
the
so
30
good to
frames
look
for
at.
Gotham Knights. I could tell.
Oh yeah,
for
we
both.
did. We did. Yeah, I can tell for both too. Well, not Gotham Knights I'm not playing, but Plague Tale. It's funny. Every time I boot it up, I can tell. I quickly get used to it, but I can just as soon as I start walking and moving in Plague Tale, I'm like, yeah, it's you can tell, man. It's annoying. It really
Yeah.
is. Like it's just that it feels like it's stuttering a little, you know. And it's
Yeah,
just like,
it feels a little slower than it should.
like we really
Yeah.
can't go back, you know,
No.
like without
No.
it being annoying. We can't go back, and it's unfortunate because I know what's their name, the YouTube
Asobo.
guys. No, what's the guys on YouTube
Digital
that break it
Foundry.
down? Digital Foundry broke it down real well, and then they were saying that, hey, be expecting more 30 frames games on this console gen because we're probably going to
They
end
would
up
know.
getting them with the fidelity of these games coming out, and it's like, oh man, I don't want to hear that.
I don't care about the fidelity.
I
Here, I'm
can't go
just gonna
back.
diatribe. I don't care about the fidelity of your stupid game. I don't care.
don't
I
care.
literally don't care. Make
You know
the game run
what
better.
makes it really noticeable for me too is I just played a Plague Tale Innocence, the new
Mm-hmm.
the next gen version of that game, and that was at 60, and so it makes it like super noticeable
yeah.
for me. Yeah, because it looks so similar. It's like obviously this game is better fidelity wise, but it's just like, man, you guys really should have figured that out with the 60.
And it's weird because like Asobo, like they're very technical. They have a lot of technical prowess. Like
Sure.
they did the first game. They did Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is super technical. This
Right.
game is very technical. It's just they couldn't figure out 60 frames, and it's like I would rather this game dial from a 10 out of 10 visually to like an 8 out of 10 visually and give me 60 frames. That's all.
I
Like,
100% agree, and it's so funny, man, because like last gen, I would have disagreed entirely. I would have been like, no, make it look as beautiful as possible. I could care less about the frame rate. But now, after just seeing 60 frames, ever since I I played Spider-Man Miles Morales my first playthrough. I played in 30 with the ray tracing and all that, and I was like, great, this is how I'll do it. And then I switched to 60 because I had to do that second playthrough for the platinum.
Oh right, yeah.
And then I'm just like, oh my god, I can never go back.
Yeah,
Like all my
never.
games have to be 60 now, you know?
Yeah.
And
I mean, for me, it was this year was Horizon.
yeah.
Popping in, like, just wanting to see what the fidelity mode looked like, right? And we were talking to Andrew yesterday about it in our Discord, and he was like, "Oh, I did, 30 fidelity mode," and I couldn't. Horizon looked very bad to me, not 60. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I played that game in 60 as well. I remember looking at the fidelity mode just to see how like cool everything looks and whatnot. But it's like like ray tracing and all that stuff is cool, but it's not like necessary. I just wish. Yeah. I mean, hopefully next gen at the very least, or maybe when if there is a second iteration of these consoles when those come out, that we can get to a place where it's 60 and we have the ray tracing and all that. But until then, it's like I'm rocking with that 60 all the way.
100%. For me, it's like I don't need 4K. Give me 2K and 60. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't need the 4K anything. It's like I just it seems so unnecessary. But that's whatever. This game's great. This game.
Oh yeah, the game in general though. The game is fucking fantastic. I'm having such a good time playing this game.
Yeah, this game, the characters are really good. They're flushing the characters out more, which I think is exactly what I think the first one needed.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people complained about that with the first one, but I did not enjoy the side characters nearly as much as I am right now in Requiem.
Exactly.
The adults that you're meeting and that are coming on this journey with you throughout Requiem are very interesting and very cool. Compared to the last game, where I didn't think a lot of the kids that would like team up with you in that weren't as interesting, or they didn't get enough time to shine. Whereas this game, I feel like they're really giving the side characters time to shine in their own like specific chapters or a couple chapters or something like that.
Yeah, we got Lucas at the beginning. Where's the other girl? I think we kind of talked
Mel?
about that. I forget her name. Mel. Yes.
Yeah.
Where's you think we're gonna get her in this game?
I don't know, because I'm at 11 already. And
I don't want to spoil anything, but
yeah. I mean, I haven't seen her yet. Just to spoil it. Obviously, I'm only 2 chapters ahead of you, but yeah, I've not seen her as of yet, and I don't see a spot where she could come through where the story's going right now. But maybe, who knows? Pop in at the end. There's still, I saw there's 17 chapters.
Okay.
So
I wonder.
got some
I guess
time.
You can say this much without spoiling anything. Like, are any of these chapters on the shorter end at all, or are they all kind of stay the same?
Just hit 9, you said?
I just hit 9. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that one. It's interesting. So slight spoilers for that one, not story wise, but like that is an open world level. It's very odd. Yeah. It's like that level in Uncharted where
it
or
is
like
Uncharted,
Lost Legacy.
yeah.
It's exactly like that where you can like go
For
around
sure.
and there's like a map in a certain section that you have to walk to actually, but I didn't really go back to that. But yeah, it's like a cool little open world level. And then the next level after that, there's a part where it gets linear again, but you can go back to that open world spot in chapter 10. I don't know if you go back in chapter 11 because I just hit that, but yeah, it was very odd to just see an open world level out of nowhere. Was cool. Was got a little tedious with the walking. Could have used like a horse or something. Maybe ride around on a horse because it's
not that large of an area.
It was pretty fucking big if you like explore it.
If you went to the corners, sure.
Yeah.
I went to like the whatever ritual is happening. I don't know. This place
did
is
you
weird.
get up there? Yeah.
There was just I kind of
with the
walked
tree?
there. Well, when you go down the hill, there was like a ritual down here on the right side, and then it was near the windmills. And then I went back up to the windmills. Okay. So there's just something weird. I don't like this place.
The windmills. There's a very cool puzzle with the windmill.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it yet?
There might have been a way to get up there, but
it's you might want to do it real quick because you do get something very cool. Or maybe it's not like that cool, but I don't know. Maybe look into it if you want.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm having a great time with the game, man. It's the story is very cool so far. I'm curious to see where it's going exactly, because everything just seems fucked right now. It's like I feel so bad for these kids. I'm just like, oh my god, that sucks.
We need a happy ending for this game.
Yeah, like I just need Hugo and Amicia to like go live on a farm somewhere, away from rats, man. I don't ever want them to see another rat again.
Yeah, I hope more people check this game out. I hope Game Pass really helps with the launch.
I think it will.
I want more people to check this out. Like, this is a really special game.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, it's definitely gonna be one of my favorites of the year. How it shakes out, but yeah, obviously you got to see the story through and how that goes. Combat wise, I'm just I like seeing more and more upgrades. I think the crossbow's cool. I don't think it doesn't feel like they've added all that much to it from the last
Sure.
game. It's obviously
You're still limited.
Yeah, you're still very limited, and you still have to collect resources and all that, which I like, right? I mean, that's what you want in a
Yeah.
stealth game. You want to feel like you're having to survive a little bit and having
Yeah.
to go out and scourge around and collect different stuff. I think they could have went more in depths with, spoilers for the end of the first game, but Hugo can control the rats. I feel like they could have went a little more in depth with that, and especially because like you notice that certain levels they just don't put rats in, and like I guess you kind of need that too because you don't want rats in every level, but. I don't know.
You might just feel overpowered.
Yeah, at a certain point, you probably would feel overpowered. I think I was just expecting, like, oh, it's going to be full on. You're
Puzzles
controlling
with
these
it.
fucking
Yeah.
rats, and you're going to have, like, a fucking rat army and stuff like that. And it's not fully that, at least not where I am, but I'm still having a great time with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really need much like expanded. It was nice getting a crossbow. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was in it more for the characters and the plot, so
Crossbows so limited though. They're not like super hard to find, but they don't put a lot of the bows around,
No.
yeah. So it's not like you can just go around killing people. This game gets very challenging in certain stealth sections where I'm just like,
yeah.
shit, I gotta distract
Sometimes you
this
just
guy.
gotta run to the door.
Yeah, oh dude, a lot of times I get caught, we're booking it.
Yeah.
He goes like, Amicia, what do we do? And I'm like, we're fucking booking it.
We're
Hugo.
running,
That's what we're
kid.
doing. Like,
Hugo,
grab my
run.
hand, let's go.
Pick him up.
I'm shocked how fast that little kid can run. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, this little fucker's booking it. The ship part, I love that part. There was a chapter 8, I think, was just pretty much a whole walking chapter, and I just love that. When you first get to that island, slight spoilers, you go to an island, but like it just looks so beautiful, and like looking out in the water when you were on that ship, I love that part.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very beautiful too.
One of the other games do this, but it's such a cool collectible when like you have like a little moment with Hugo or like whoever your companion is at that moment, and you just find like a little spot. Like there's one part where Amicia had like a bandage around her head, and Hugo found a piece of red cloth, and he put that red cloth around her head, and it was just like a cute little moment. I love stuff like that.
I love their relationship with collecting flowers. They both love collecting flowers with each other, so
Yeah.
they'll talk about flowers, and then they find a feather, and Amicia like shows Hugo this feather and talks about a bird or whatever, and then Hugo is like in love with feathers, and now
Yeah,
he's
now
like,
he likes feathers.
Amicia is like, oh, do you still like flowers? And he's like, no, I like feathers now. And so now he kind of likes feathers, and they like collecting things together, and I think their relationship is just great, and I like both these characters a lot.
Yeah, me too. It's definitely the standout for the game. I think it's definitely brings it all together, the story and the combat and all that with their relationship. So, they took away like leaving Hugo somewhere in this game. Like you can't just like in the first one you could tell him to wait. This one you can't do that
yeah.
anymore, which I found odd. Because I've been in a couple spots where I thought like that'd be useful. It was an odd choice that they took that out.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. I actually didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe it has something to do with the controlling rats stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was just I've had a couple stealth sections where I'd be like, damn, it'd be nice to just like leave Hugo here for a second, but because I used
Yeah.
that quite a bit in the first one, it was just odd to me that they took that out. But
Yeah, maybe I just didn't feel it necessary.
yeah, maybe a lot of people weren't using it in the first game. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hopefully beat it sometime this weekend.
Yeah, it's my goal. I got 2 games tomorrow to
Yeah,
play. So.
I mean, Bayonetta 3 is I got to pre-order, download it, ready to go. So I'm just like, oof, gotta get through this. At least
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go pick up my copy tomorrow.
where you're gonna play COD, right?
I'm gonna play that first because
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
play
just
that
beat that in
first?
one
Okay,
night, probably,
okay.
or 2 nights or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm kind of happy I got like an extra weekend here to get through Plague Tale and Bayonetta, and then I can move on. God of War would be the Wednesday after that, so then I can just move on to that right then. Hopefully get through. I don't know how long Bayonetta's supposed to be, but
I would say it's probably not more than like 12 hours.
yeah.
They like these games to be replayable, replay missions and stuff, so it's not going to be terribly long.
Sure. We didn't talk about it, but Open Critic Bayonetta, the review score is super fucking high.
Let's
One of the highest
go,
review games of
baby.
the year. It's at 89 right now.
Yeah, it is.
Very exciting.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. Cool, Daniel. That'll do it for what we've been playing.
Yes.
We're going to move on to the game.
All right. So the game, this will be interesting. I came up with something different for you. I'm going to see how well do you know review scores, and specifically, it's going to be Metacritic. It will not be OpenCritic.
Okay. Okay.
I generally like Metacritic more. We use OpenCritic for our fantasy draft. That's what they use. But so the game here is Metacritic, and I picked a bunch of games. These are mostly notable releases and generally this is I guess not really a spoiler, but generally higher reviewed games. So
Okay.
I will list the games, then I'm going to list the review scores. I want to see how well you can match them up. Some will probably be pretty easy.
Wait, what do you mean you're gonna list the review scores? Like you're gonna,
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to list the games first,
and then I'm
and
gonna
I'll kind of
guess what the
scramble
review
it out.
score was?
And I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you just a bunch of these review scores. I could tell you what they are again
Okay.
to help you match them up, but I want you to match them up.
Oh,
How well do you know?
okay, gotcha.
You know, like a classic, like when you in school match
Sure.
these things
Don't
or
do
whatever?
too many at a time. Gonna get confused here. Go ahead.
Well, that's why I said I'll re-say everything.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm just gonna name the games here.
Okay.
We have The Quarry,
Okay.
Multiverses,
Okay.
Sifu, Rollerdrome, Lego Star Wars, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Stray, Splatoon 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Plague Tale Requiem, Tunic, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Return to Monkey Island, Ollie Ollie World, Horizon Forbidden West, Bayonetta 3, Immortality, Gran Turismo 7, Elden Ring, Neon White, Rogue Legacy 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And that's how many I got.
Okay.
I didn't count. I didn't do a
games from
specific
this
number.
year.
Yeah, all games.
Gotcha,
They
gotcha.
were all going to be from this year.
Oh, okay.
Make it a little easier. Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'll just tell you what some of these review scores are, and I want you to match them up.
Okay.
We have 383s.
Okay.
We have 388s. We have 281s, an 80, a 79. We have 385s, 286s, an 87, 287s, 188, 290s, and a 196.
190. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, what's a 96 there, right? No.
Go ahead and say it. You can start with that.
Okay, yeah. Elden Ring 96.
You got
know
the
that.
96.
Know that.
Elden Ring.
Elden
Boom.
Ring
Got that
96.
right.
Okay.
Done,
now,
son.
what was the first game on your list?
What do you mean?
Just
I
name
started
a
with the
game.
Quarry.
Okay, the Quarry. And then what's like the lowest number you have?
79.
That's the Quarry.
It is the Quarry. The
Okay,
Quarry is
okay.
a 79. So you got the high end, and then you got the
Yeah,
bottom
lower.
end.
No,
Right?
I just gotta check out the middle here. All right, great. Name another game.
Anyone?
Just go from that list.
I mean, I kind of also scrambled a little bit.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Just name anything then.
Okay. Splatoon 3.
Splatoon 3. Okay. I'm gonna guess that's one of the 83s.
It is one of the 83s.
Okay.
It is one of the 83s. Tunic.
Tunic. Okay. 85.
It is one of the 85s.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
boy, maybe you know more than I think.
I'm gonna be surprisingly good at this. Okay, go ahead and name another game.
If you have one that's in your head that I named, you can go ahead and too. But let's see. Rollerdrome.
Roller Drum. Okay. 81.
It's one of the 81s.
Okay.
Maybe I should have made it harder.
It's the this year that's gonna get you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Horizon Forbidden West.
That's an 88.
It is an 88.
Yeah.
Immortality.
Ooh, that's a higher one. Was there an 89 on your list?
There was an 89.
That's it.
It's not an 89.
That's not an 89. Interesting.
No.
Okay. Do you tell me what it is then, or do I gotta wait?
It's up to you. I didn't come up with this. Do you want me just to cross that out? How do you want me to do? Does that just count as a down, like, or do you want to just keep going?
No, we can just keep going, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not an 89.
Okay, not an 89. Was there a 90 on
There
your
was
list?
there was an 89. There was only one 89 here. There's two 90s.
Okay, the 189 is Neon White then.
No.
No, really. Oh, the 89 is Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
The 89 is Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Okay. How many more 88s are there?
There are two 88s.
Okay, so another 88 is Immortality?
One of them is Immortality.
Okay. Well, then the other one was Horizon, right? I think I
That
already
was
said
one.
that.
There were three of them.
Oh, there were three 88s.
There's one more 88.
Neon White.
No.
What? What am I missing? What games am I missing?
Okay, so we got Multiverses, Sifu, Stray, A Plague Tale Requiem, Gran Turismo 7, Return to Monkey Island.
Return to Monkey
Bayonetta.
Island is the other 88.
It is not.
What? Okay, Return to Monkey Island is an 87 then.
It is not.
Oh, Jesus. Was Gran Turismo the 89?
We have
Or
Gran Turismo.
88?
It is not.
Damn. Okay, keep naming them then.
Rogue Legacy 2, Neon
Legacy
White.
2. Oh, Rogue
Bay-
Legacy 2. There, is that the 80?
It is not.
Damn, I'm just throwing shit at the wall now.
I think I said Bayonetta 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh, okay.
Lego Star Wars.
This is my last guess. It's gotta be Bayonetta 3.
It is Bayonetta. I was trying to get you there.
Wow, okay. So how many 87s are there? Must be a lot of 87s.
There's two 87s.
It's two, okay. I gotta
There's
assume.
two 90s.
Oh, so I got one of the 90s?
You have not gotten any of the 90s. There are two 90s.
Neon White is a 90.
Neon White is a 90.
Okay.
And there's one more 90.
Immortality.
No, Immortality was an 88.
Oh, okay. I already got that.
Yes.
Rogue Legacy 2?
Rogue Legacy 2 is a 90.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so we're still. How many 87s
we
are
have-
left?
So now I'm not going to name the games. I'm just going to name the scores left.
Okay.
So we have an 80, an 81, an 82, two 83s, two 85s, two 86s, and two 87s.
Okay. Sparks of Hope is an 86.
Sparks of Hope is an 86.
Okay. Return to Monkey Island is an 87.
It is not.
86.
It is the other 86.
Okay. So we still got two 87s.
Two 87s.
I'm gonna need you to name the games again.
Okay. We have Stray, Pokemon Legends Arceus, A Plague Tale Requiem, Ollie Ollie World.
Ollie Ollie World is an 87.
Yes, it is. There's one more 87. Gran Turismo. What else did I not say? Lego Star Wars.
Gran Turismo's the 87 then.
Gran Turismo's 87.
Okay, cool. So what are we on now? 85?
Two 85s, two 88s, 82, 81, 80.
Pokemon Legends Arceus 85?
No,
There was no 84?
there is no 84.
Okay. I need you to name the games again.
Okay. Now it's getting down to where it might be a little easier to keep in your head, so I'm just going to go off of you now.
Okay.
So I told you the numbers,
Yeah.
right? Plague Tale Requiem,
Uh-huh.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Stray, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Lego Star Wars, Sifu, and Multiverses.
Okay, let's do Plague Tale at 85.
Plague Tale is at an 85.
Okay. How many 85s are left?
One more. You're doing really well. I'm shocked at how well you did, to be honest.
Sifu 81?
Sifu is the 81.
Okay.
Yep.
Stray 83?
Stray is an 83.
Okay. What am I missing? Monkey Island?
No, you did that.
Did Monkey Island?
Kirby, Pokemon,
Kirby's
Star
got to be
Wars,
the 85.
Multiverses. Kirby is the 85.
And then what's left for the numbers?
83, 82, and 80.
And it's just three
Only have
games
three
that are
games
left?
left.
Okay.
Yep.
82 would be Lego.
Yep.
What are the two games left? Stray and
No,
no, I did Stray. Okay.
Multiverses and Arceus.
Multiverses and okay. So what? I have 183 and 181.
No, it's 80 and 83. I think you can get the rest of this.
Yeah, Arceus the 83, and then Multiverses 80.
Yep.
All right, cool.
You did pretty well. You did
yeah,
pretty
not
well.
bad,
I
not
wasn't
bad.
expecting.
It was this year. You know why I've been paying so much goddamn attention to that Fantasy Critic.
It probably shifted a little of like review
yeah,
scores.
the numbers are a little bit off, but
Yeah.
I think Neon White's a bit higher than on Open
I think
Critic.
it's 1 point.
1 point.
No, I think
yeah.
it's one. I think it's higher on Metacritic.
Is it?
I think it's 1 point higher here. I think there's a few off things. Like I think it's 1 point high. Rogue Legacy 2, I think is 1 point higher here. I think Elden Ring is 1 point higher here. Most of them are similar, but
I'm starting to get terrified on our Fantasy Critic because you're on my fucking tail because you just hit Bayonetta with an 89 and you still got God of War and Callisto Protocol and I'm like oof. Those could be big. Those could be big. Come on, God of War, fail me here. Fail me, God of War.
It's really going to be close. I mean, you came out of it swinging.
Close.
Next year it will be crazy.
Yeah,
next year
will be really fun because like everyone will be able to get to pick good games
from 90.
Yeah. Like you'll really be able to get to pick like some good shit right away.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
That was the game I came up with.
Yeah,
I thought that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, you know your Metacritic.
Yeah, turns out pretty well.
You know pretty well.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for the Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 142. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also find us on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you want to say?
Rise, ye tarnished.
All right. Keep on rocking in the free world, people. See you later.